first of all, I want to say congratulations. Such
Oh,
a great performance.
thank you so
Paul
much.
Matthews, he experiences all the ups and downs that can come from having fame and going viral and being perceived by so many people.
Right.
And you yourself, you're also someone who's very recognizable in the public eye, both in movies, in memes. I mean, do you see yourself in Paul Matthews?
You know what? It was a big component to why I wanted to make the movie. Paul is designed to look pretty far away from how you may know me to look. The hair is different, the clothes are different. I even changed the nose a little bit, changed the sound of my voice, moved differently because I didn't want you to think about me. I wanted you to think about Paul. But having said that, and that's where the craft is, but behind that, behind the design, was genuine life experience that I felt I could apply to Paul. If you witnessed the apology video in the movie, I meant it. I really did. I was like, no acting, please. So what happened to me, I don't know how many years ago it was, probably around 2008, 2009. I woke up one morning, went online, and I saw this mashup of my biggest freakout moments in different movies, all cobbled together without any regard for act one, act two, or how the character got to that level of crisis. And it just started growing. And it's like more than it says it is. It went so many times around the world virally that they had to reload it and relaunch it again. So it's on its second or third act now. But whatever it was, it inspired this kind of memification. Didn't even know what a meme was before that. Photoshopping, distortions of my face, Nicolas Cage, all this monkey business, T-shirts. I was like, well, this isn't why I became an actor. I had no reference point. Couldn't stop it, couldn't control it. And so whatever that weight felt like, I knew I had to do something with it. And when I read Dream Scenario, I said, yes, now I can apply those feelings into Paul Matthews. They're real feelings. I know what he feels like, and I can take that way and do something constructive with it. So if I had not gone through that experience, I don't think I would have been able to play the part the way I was able to.
Yeah, and I mean, you've been in over 100 movies. They all seem to make up this sort of unofficial genre of Nicolas Cage movies. But what boxes does a role or a movie have to check off for you to say, yep, that's working. That's something that I want to be a part of?
There's different elements that go into the process of selection, and some of them are not as beautiful as others. But the main ones, the driving ones, I'm a student, I'm not a master, what can I learn? So if you see the way the body of work is eclectic, the adventure films, that was brand new for me. It was not my comfort zone. It was something I could maybe try and see if it worked. If not, I tried it, and what can I learn from it? And that was interesting. The other element that I think is most important, and I think it was always there, but probably now more than ever, was, do I have the life experience to play the part authentically? I want to make it personal. I want the emotional content to connect with you so that you and if you're the audience member and I'm the film performer, have a relationship. Even though we never met, you get a connection where you feel, I know that person, I know what that person is feeling, and it's our secret. That's what I used to have with different movies when I was growing up and I was looking at performances that compelled me to want to be an actor. I felt I had that secret connection. It didn't matter that we never met. I knew you. So I look for scripts, and now more than ever, where I can apply the life experience and keep it personal. So those are the two main driving factors.
And Dream Scenario being your first A24 movie, I think for a lot of people, A24 and Nicolas Cage as an actor, that is really, no pun intended, a dream come true for a lot of viewers. What is it that you love the most about independent filmmaking, and why do you feel it's so important to the industry?
Independent filmmaking is it's my life source in terms of film performance. I will always stay true to independent cinema. If it wasn't for, I came out of independent cinema, and if it wasn't for independent cinema, I wouldn't be able to realize some of my artistic dreams. when I did Vampire's Kiss, those moves, that German expressionistic, those facial, all that stuff was dialed in there, and I just applied it to Face Off. So Vampire's Kiss was the laboratory, and Face Off was the blockbuster. But I was taking what I learned from an experience on independent cinema and utilizing it there. Independent cinema stays original. Independent cinema is unafraid to take risks. It is not getting stuck in one story. It is willing to take chances and be original and try something which may or may not work, but at least you tried it. I'm happy to say Dream Scenario is original and Dream Scenario works. And that is fantastic because that doesn't happen often.
And can I ask you, when you were working on Dream Scenario, did it give you any weird dreams, or what is the strangest dream that you've ever had that you can remember?
God, I had one the other day that was just so, but I'm not remembering it. um, yeah, it's weird. They come and they go so quickly, but dreams have always been a gift to me, and I've had them my whole life. I mean, my father used to say I was plagued by nightmares at a very little age, like 2, 3, 4. But they always kind of answer my questions. I can go to bed if I don't know how to play a scene. I'm stressed about the scene, and I'll ask for a dream, and it'll come to me, and I'll go, oh, I'll wake up. Yeah, that's how I'm going to play the scene. But yeah, I've had plane crash dreams. I've had dreams where my car was driving itself and I was headed for a brick wall. Nightmares, and I couldn't
Yeah.
stop it. I've had dreams where I've been visited by relatives who've passed on. I've had dreams about people I have no interest in showing up. Why are you in my dream? Kind of like the folks that are singing
Yeah.
Paul
Yeah,
Matthews,
and I think having weird dreams is something we can all relate to. And my last
Sure.
question is, how would you describe Dream Scenario in just 3 words?
Original, brave, inventive.